Move it!
Your kind spreads disease, defeatism and desertion. Oh!
Halt! No passage.
Case of the plague surface in the city or something?
The plague? No. We're to not let folk in the city. It's an order, so I don't, unless someone's got a pass.
What kind of pass are we talking about?
Well, a normal one. A transit pass.
Who issues them?
How should I know? I'm a lowly soldier.
Who ordered the city gates closed?
Word is the king himself. Doesn't want paupers and refugees pissing all over his beautiful city. Apart from which, when folk can go hither and thither, always a chance some spy will slink through. This way, spies got it harder. So, no pass, no passage.
This what you mean?
Let me look at that. Missing a seal, the red one.
Impossible.
Department of Civil Defence forgot again. They're really off their heads these days. Happens, so be it. You may come through.
Come through. Christ, yeah. Your kind spreads disease, defeatism and desertion.
Slower.
Watch your step.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steel.
Take it easy. That's it, Roach.
It's hard to believe an anchor dabbled in witchcraft. Such a nice old
Hey,
man.
Whitey.
Has she got a black cat?
Why'd your hair go white?
Let's go.
And has found a moon-shaped bird mark. Did you ever hear about her to
You know there are witch hunters in the city.
Come on.
It's generally tiny.
Slow now. Whoa. Whoa there, Roach.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds.
His arms.
Slow now.
Must resolve matters quickly.
Faster. I'm looking for Tamara, the Bloody Baron's daughter. Your brother said I'd find her here.
Wojtek sent you, sir.
How else would I know she was here?
Wait a moment. I'll fetch her straight away.
You're looking for me, and who might you be? My father sent you?
Yeah, to see if you're still alive. And well. I'm Geralt of Rivia.
I'm quite alive and extraordinarily well, Geralt of Rivia. Better than I've ever been in this rotten life of mine, and now that you've seen me, I bid you farewell.
Wait.
We've nothing more to talk about.
Your father's a vile man. You're angry and bitter. Can't blame you.
Why do you help him then? Why did you take this job?
Because he knows something about someone dear to me. Promised to tell me if I found you and your mother.
Got it. A bit of blackmail. Just his style. Well, now you've found me, you can tell him I'm alive and I'm never coming back.
Before I agreed to look for you, your father told me his version of events. Tell me yours.
Mine? It's dull as life amidst the swamps. My earliest memories are of a drunken father lying under the stairs, caked in mud and clutching a bottle. Next dozen years, pretty much the same. Father would drink, disappear for days, then come home in a rage and send furniture flying. Thank the gods for war. I was glad every time they sent him off. And the quarrels. I remember him screaming at Mum, the thuds as he beat her, then her sobbing. I'd hide under my bed and long for silence. That's the long and short of it. Multiply by 19 and there you have my life. Finally, we'd had enough, Mum and me. He crossed the line and we fled.
I don't mean to pry, but I know your mother had a miscarriage.
His doing? He shoved her, she fell, that's how it started. We were alone, no one to help, blood everywhere. Worst night of my life.
Sorry. Must have been hard for you both.
Mum was in shock. She was raving that it was better this way, that she never wanted the child. Must have had a fever. She was losing blood the whole time.
She didn't want the child?
Said she'd sooner cut open her gut than bear another child from his seed.
Before I agreed to look for you, your father...
Mine? Next, and that's the long...
Wojtek said some monster carried off your mother.
That is what happened. It was enormous, twice the size of a bear, but much quicker and more agile. It grabbed Mum before we could react. Now I don't even know if she's alive.
Your mother's in Crookback Bog. Seems quite happy, actually. Though I think she's not quite right in the head.
What? She lives! I must go there at once and get her out!
Wouldn't recommend venturing into the swamp.
I've made my decision. Won't let anyone talk me out of it.
What will you do now?
Find my mum?
You realize that might not be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm not daft enough to believe I can do it alone. I've got some new friends now. Powerful friends. They'll help me.
What about your father?
Who? Oh, him. I don't care. I won't go back to him. That bit of my life? Forgotten it already.
Who are these friends, if it's not a secret?
No secret. Heard of the Church of the Eternal Fire? A priest helped me contact the Redanian witch hunters. Righteous, brave men. They'll help me.
Hence the candlesticks in your room. So you believe in the eternal fire?
Once the heat of the fire has set your heart aflame, it gives you strength and leads you down the path of truth for the rest of your life. I hope it'll bless you with its warmth one day.
Thanks. Thing is, fire's tricky. It's easy to get burned.
Well, well. A witcher. Never thought the Baron would stoop to hiring a monster slayer. Though I hear you're good at tracking things down.
Glad you know who I am. Haven't introduced yourself, though.
Graden, witch hunter in the service of His Royal Majesty Radovid of Redania. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Rings a bell.
If the Bloody Baron sent you to fetch his daughter, you'd best face it. You will fail in your task.
I appreciate your concern, but I don't need it. As for Tamara, she can make her own decisions.
Noble of you. A killer for hire abandoning his bounty for the good of another. The hunters and the Church of the Eternal Fire thank you. So the Baron hired a witcher to find his daughter. Interesting.
Desperate fathers have been known to do a lot to find their daughters.
Unexpected from a witcher. I thought your mutations cleansed you of humanity. Stripped you of emotions.
You don't need mutations to strip men of their humanity. I've seen plenty of examples. Where are you gonna take her?
Tamara must rest. She's had a harrowing experience. When the warmth of the Eternal Fire has restored her strength, we shall see about finding her mother.
Hope you know what you're getting into.
I've never been more certain. The Eternal Fire is the best thing that could happen to me.
In that case, good luck.
Thank you for respecting my choice. Farewell.
Geralt did not meet Anna Strenger, the Bloody Baron's wife, when he visited Crow's Perch. Sometime before his arrival, this woman had disappeared in unexplained circumstances along with her daughter, Tamara. Geralt did, however, receive a detailed description of the missing woman. Anna was a comely, 40-something woman with green eyes and hair dark as raven wings, which she kept tied in a tight bun behind her head. Geralt discovered that Anna's marital life had not been working out as well as she might have hoped. She had recently been pregnant but lost her child for unknown reasons shortly before her disappearance. When Geralt pushed the Baron about the matter, the ugly truth finally came out. Desperate and miserable, Anna had fled, taking Tamara with her after her drunken husband beat her badly. The Baron was convinced Anna had miscarried because of his actions, but Geralt was not so certain about this. He couldn't stop thinking about the strange talisman meant to ward off evil power Anna had received from the Peller. During his search for Anna, Geralt discovered, to his great astonishment, that she and the gray-haired old woman in the swamp were one and the same person. The marks on her hands seemed to be symbols of some mysterious pact she had made with the crones. Tamara only deepened Geralt's sad understanding of her mother's situation. The woman had decided to flee together because they had enough of the Baron's drunken rages and beatings. Anna hated her husband so much that she was ready to do anything in order to be free of the man and the child he had put inside her. Geralt's suspicions were confirmed shortly thereafter. The curse afflicting the unfortunate woman was indeed the crones' doing. Anna had turned to the ghastly sisters because she did not wish to give birth to the Baron's child. The crones granted her wish in their own twisted way, with a curse which made the fetus inside her wither on the vine, taking Anna's life energy with it. In despair, she turned to the Peller, who made her a talisman to hamper the evil magic's influence. Anna had lost this during her fight with the Baron and was thus rendered defenseless against the crones' magic. After that, the worst was free to happen. The markings on her palms began to burn, and a fiend dragged her to the heart of Crookback Bog, where she paid back her debt as the crones' slave. Graydon. Graydon was one of the witch hunters in King Radovid's service. Unlike a great many of his comrades, he came across as a level-headed fellow, one free of prejudice, at least in his dealings with witchers. Letho. Some friends you see after many years apart and you immediately develop a headache, not out of antipathy, but as a somatic premonition of the hangover sure to follow your drunken reunion. Seeing others, however, gives you an itching pain in your back and a desire to reach for your blade. For Geralt, Letho of Gullett had a foot in both of these camps. This renegade witcher of the School of the Viper had the blood of at least 2 Nordling kings on his hands, the fruit of his cooperation with Nilfgaard's emperor, Emir var Emreis. Accused of these crimes, Geralt was forced to chase down Letho to clear his own name. Though both walked away from their final confrontation in the ruins of Loch Muin alive and unharmed, Geralt did not think he would ever see Letho again. It thus came as quite a shock when he happened across Letho in a barn loft somewhere in the war-ravaged Temerian borderlands. It turned out Letho's former employer was less than satisfied with his performance and had set a variety of bloodhounds on his trail. In these circumstances, the presence of another witcher to guard his back was more than welcome. Geralt remembered the care Letho had given Yennefer and, in a show of solidarity, decided to help his former companion deal with his pursuers. In order to shake the hounds off his trail, Letho had decided on a risky maneuver, faking his own death. Although Geralt had no forewarning of this, he improvised with aplomb and sent Letho's pursuers off convinced they had rid the world of a Kingslayer. After that, there was nothing more for Letho to do but disappear. Geralt proposed he hide out at Kaer Morhen for a while, and after a bit of thought, Letho agreed. Tamara Strenger. The Baron's daughter, Tamara, had disappeared with her mother some time before Geralt arrived at Crow's Perch. The Baron described her as a charming young maid of 19 summers and the apple of his eye. No wonder, then, that the Lord of Crow's Perch was desperate to find her. Yet it seemed Tamara had finally had enough of the way the Baron treated her mother and decided to flee along with her. Geralt found his way to a hut belonging to a fisherman who had helped Tamara and her mother in their flight. There he learned that a horrible beast had captured Anna and dragged her into the swamp. Tamara was able to escape with her life and had found shelter with a relative of the fisherman in Oxenfurt. Tamara had indeed made it to Oxenfurt safe and sound and would not even consider returning to her father. Determined to save her mother from the clutches of the creatures that had imprisoned her in the bog, Tamara had joined the ranks of the witch hunters, hoping their support would allow her to survive a trek into Crookback Bog. The Bloody Baron. During his first encounter with Baron Philip Strenger, Geralt found the man's many contradictions puzzling. This former Temerian soldier was clearly an opportunist who, after his army's resounding defeat, served, dealt, and negotiated with the occupying empire of Nilfgaard. The local peasantry anointed him the Bloody Baron, a clear indication that he did not handle his vassals with kid gloves. On the other hand, he proved a surprisingly gracious host to an unexpected guest who was also a stranger and a hired monster slayer. His His treatment of children and young women, towards whom he demonstrated a wholly sincere, near fatherly concern, likewise contradicted his bandit-like appearance and terrifying moniker. Ciri had learned this for herself, finding care and shelter under his roof. In exchange for information about Cirilla, the Baron asked Geralt to find his wife, Anna, and their daughter, Tamara. Both had disappeared without a trace some time ago, and Philip was slowly losing hope of ever seeing them again. Under these circumstances, a Witcher was a gift from the gods. Yet the Baron had hid certain facts from Geralt, such as his wife's recent pregnancy, her subsequent miscarriage, and his own predilection towards strong drink and violent quarrels. It turned out the Baron would drink regularly and to excess, and Geralt got a first-hand view of how dangerous he can be to those around him during such moments when he returned to talk to the Baron about what he had learned from the Pellar. Philip had known from the start that his wife and daughter had fled, not disappeared, but, torn between shame and concern over their fate, he had tried to save face while still doing all he could to find them. The Pellar. As is often the case with charmers, diviners, healers, and other such cunning folk of the countryside, the Pellar of Blackbow was a man of mystery, around whom circled a great many rumors and legends. Some claimed he could commune with the dead, others that he had a different sort of familiarity with the grave, having put an axe in his father's head in a fit of rage when he was a young man. Still others said he showed an indecent fondness for barnyard animals. All of these rumors aroused the fear and respect of the backwater peasants of Velen, and the Pellar most likely did little to discourage them. Yet even the most cunning of men make the occasional professional error. Had Geralt not intervened, who knows what might have become of the old seer at the hands of the Baron's enraged men. The Pellar turned out to be more skilled at soothsaying than curing indigestion. Though what he divined for Geralt was murky at best, the Witcher managed to put the pieces together into a somewhat logical puzzle, or a somewhat logical whole.
What can I get?
Eternal fire walk
Of
with
everything
you.
from apples to Xander. Paper, please, and a bottle of ink.
What can I do with you for? If I ain't got it today, say the word and I'll have it tomorrow.
Let me see. Might pick something. Wanted to play cards. Doubt we need to wait till tomorrow.
To me! To me!
Beware of trolls. Caution, a troll's been seen and heard to the east of Oxenfurt on the left bank of the Pontar. Said troll has been known to sing Redanian marching tunes. It is suspected that this is part of some Nilfgaardian diversion tactic. It is recommended that this area be avoided until the appropriate branch of His Majesty's services can take care of the problem. In the event of an encounter with the troll, it is recommended to remain immobile, keeping low to the ground and covering one's head with one's arms. There exists a chance that the beast will not attack then, for it will mistake the potential victim thus situated for a rock. Berto Bertolomeu, Captain of the Garrison. Contract, Monster and Oxenfurt. By orders of our most magnanimous ruler, King Radovid V, any itinerant monster slayer reading this notice is obliged to abandon any currently unresolved contracts immediately and devote himself to tracking and slaying this monster. The beast in question has befouled the cradle of human intellect, the city within whose territory lies the oldest of academies of learning, namely Oxenfurt. The swordsman who puts an end to its criminal doings will be rewarded with the king's full generosity. Commander of the Oxenfurt City Regiment. Contract, Beast in the Oxenfurt Forest. If you know no fear and seek work, read this notice, for the call contained therein will be of great interest to you. Hans of Sidaris, soldier of fortune and veteran of many wars, hereby makes known the following. Being greatly concerned about the fate of the local peasantry, which suffers horribly from the attacks of some monster nesting in the forest near Oxenfurt, I have decided to grant a purse of Novigrad crowns to the man who slays this beast. Yet may it be known that any man who comes to me without a trophy shall receive no gold, but instead shall be tossed out on his arse so hard he shan't sit again till the end of his days. Hans of Sidaris, world-famous soldier of fortune, veteran of numerous wars, honored member of the Order of the Lily. Contract, Woodland Beast. Let the following be known far and wide. There is some monster in the woods outside Novigrad doing great damage to our war effort. Anyone who tracks it down and kills it will not only fulfill a patriotic duty and bring the inevitable victory of the united northern forces under the leadership of our brave King Radovid one step closer, but will also get a sizable coin reward as recompense for his trouble. Together, onward to victory. Captain Felix Grubb. Addendum. Note, the reward has not yet been claimed. Addendum. Attention, if the monster is not killed by the end of the present month, taxes for the entire region will be raised by 1/5. Gwent, play around with Steppen. Beat everyone you've ever played in Gwent? Consider yourself a prime player ready to face the best of the best? Then try your hand against Steppen, a man so good it seems the cards play themselves. To learn more, come to the Alchemy Inn in Oxenfurt. Steppen, barkeep. Careful, there's a swindler about. Attention countrymen, don't get taken in by the platitudes and false prophecies dealt in by a certain so-called soothsayer dwelling in Benkelheim. This man calls himself a sage, but knows as much about divining the future as any toothless village hag, and all he truly cares about is extracting coin from the unwary. Don't let him cheat you, it'll only encourage him. Felipe Canalia, 5th-year student in the Faculty of Medicine and Herbology at Oxenfurt Academy.
Best wares this side of the Pontar.
Damn it, lost my way again.
Winds howling.
Greetings. My, a witcher. Something tells me I'll finally get something interesting to do.
Sure doesn't look like you're short on work.
So, this. A Redanian army order. But there's no pleasure in't. One after the other, same thing time and again. No finesse required.
Looking to perfect your craft?
Of course. Crafting's like ploughing a maid. Fall into a rut and... Well, sure, you'll get the job done, but there'll be no hoops, no hollers, no standing ovation. So, got any special requests for me? Help me stay on form?
Still talking about armor, aren't we?
Aye. What else would it be?
Show me what you have in stock. Let's play cards. Gwent wouldn't be bad.
Lost my way again.
We don't serve lushes, shavers, caretakers, or students from Philosopher's Hall.
Do I look like any of the people from that list?
Doesn't hurt to check, just so it's clear how things stand.
So what did they do to you, the students from...
Rather not talk on it, all right? What's your poison?
Mind if I have a look? You play Gwent?
Not with just anybody, and always for high stakes. With you, I might.
I'll play on your terms.
don't like losing, but that don't mean I don't do it with grace. The card and the prize are yours.
You been playing a while? Gotta know where I can find some interesting cards?
In Novigrad, there's Oliver the innkeeper. He plays, though he's far beneath my level. Closer, in Velen, there's the barkeep at the inn at the crossroads.
Just you wait. The witch hunters will see to you.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steel.
Stay out of my way.
The knight from the fairy tales.
Greetings, Master. What can I do for you?
Got a razor and shears? Good. Make me look decent. So long.
Are you a witcher?
While meandering through the sunny but war-damaged lands near Oxenfurt, Geralt's sensitive ears picked up a very strange sound, something between off-key singing and the bellowing of a stuck pig. Geralt would be a poor excuse for a witcher if he did not investigate such a matter. We haven't heard it yet, but it's coming.
You're a bigger rat picker than me. Just you wait. The witch hunters will see to you. Sword! He's got a sword! Oh! Why?
Shawnee's clinic?
Twin to be back again.
Hard touch. Who knows? cavalry from Ninna Valley. Foxy air, soldier sky, nil touchdown, mad die. You mans! Here, Redania Cap Army! No cross, no boat steal!
Redanian army? Where are you hiding them?
In here! Me! No see mans? Join me, King Ravodid Army! Order got guard boatses.
Boats are in pretty bad shape.
Me guard boats, Red say. But no wood for to make a fence. Their boats, so me fence make a boats. Boats guard boats.
Why'd you join the army? Someone recruit you?
Crude? No crude. Come good soldier mans. Say chargy man wants boats. Peasanters, they steals peasanters' boats. Puzzler trollololo? Dunno.
Think I do. Redanians seized some peasants' boats. Thought the peasants might try to take them back. What happened next?
Chargy man go. Soldier mans drink and sing. Lot sing. Listen, troll. Buff. Come, peasanters, swing sharpie sticks. I help one army. Runner to runner. Holla, peasanters. Holla, soldier mans. Gentle. Move them apart. But all lie down, soldier mans too. But order had me watch boats. And what's I? Trollololo soldier man now. Trollolo just sing too. You for sing you?
No thanks. Heard you earlier. But listen, where are the bodies? Don't see any.
Hungry go. Should no waste. Peasanters good food. Soldier man friends. Not so good big stew. Always good.
Guess I understand. Wartime rules?
Man's soldier man too?
No.
Trollololo. Makes man soldier man. Trollo. Chargy man. Say, bring paint. And man brings paint.
Paint? What are we talking about?
Paint! Paint! Red colory, white colory, city gods, no city go. Trollolo, what's boats?
Just so happens I have some paint on me.
Oh! 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 Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Has paint, but how? Dunno.
Might be a problem.
Man's how no? I order. Man's knows.
I guess I do. Depends what.
Birdo colory. Redania birdo. Shields like.
Guess I can give it a shot. Got a brush?
Beautiful. Pretty birdo.
Think so? As long as you're happy with it.
Man's good. Not like other mans they choose. What a pretty, horsey when men fall dead of horsey. Then make soup, then make feast. Good no wasting, tasty meat. Forgot next.
His armies across the river. Worrying. I must resolve matters quickly and leave.
Know what they say about you lot? If you seek justice, hire a witcher.
Run, Roach.
Eternal fire.
All goes well.
Everyone to me! To me!
This thing, 5 foot long, thick as me arm, and warm so.
Not surprising. It walks on. Stay out of my way. Help! Save me! I'm dying of poverty.
Fair Geralt of Riviera, I presume.
Honor of the fatherland.
Slow now. Whoa.